17 years. That's how long we were married. It wasn't perfect, but it was solid. We had a rhythm, a system, a life. She was ambitious, polished, the kind of woman who made presentations and power plays look easy. She flew for work a lot, and I admired her for that. People asked if I ever got jealous. I laughed, told them, trust is the most powerful luxury. God, I believed that. When she packed her suitcase, I carried it to the car. When she boarded the flight, I texted her, "Land safe, love you." She always replied, until one day, she didn't. That's when I felt it. Not suspicion, not paranoia, just something. Like the air in the room had changed. It was a Thursday night. I was at home, folding laundry. The kind of night where you forget what day it is. One eye on the clock, one on the dog waiting at the door like someone else was supposed to walk in. We shared a hotel rewards app. She always used my profile, more points that way. Then it pinged. "Thank you for checking in at the Madison Grand, Miami Beach." Strange. She said she was in Chicago. I blinked. Maybe a mistake. Then another message. Reservation confirmed. 2 adults, king suite, 3 nights. My hands stopped moving. The room felt colder. I clicked the reservation. 2 breakfast vouchers, spa credit, a romantic getaway package. I remember the exact second I stopped blinking. I didn't call her. I didn't text. I just sat. I looked at the laundry, still damp in my hands. It didn't matter. Nothing did for a few minutes. My mind raced, then froze. Maybe it was a company thing. Maybe she was booking for someone else. Maybe I was crazy. I went back to our messages. Her last text was 14 hours ago. No landed. No selfie from the hotel. Nothing. I opened her Instagram. Her story, a salad, no tags, no location, generic caption, grind mode. Suddenly, I hated that phrase. I knew her patterns, her digital footprints. And this wasn't her. Or maybe it was. I just hadn't wanted to see it. I walked through the house like I was pacing a memory. The framed photo in the hallway from our anniversary in Paris. The tiny chip on the mug she used every morning. Her scarf still draped on the back of the dining chair, like she'd return in 5 minutes and act like none of this was real. I sat on the edge of our bed, staring at the wall. Time felt heavy. I went deep. Cross-checked the hotel under her email. Found it. Called the front desk, pretending to confirm her massage. "She's in suite 312, right?" Receptionist. "Yes, sir. Ms. Langley is in 312. Would you like to leave a message?" Number I didn't. I closed my eyes, saw her with someone else. Not the act, the ease, the comfort, the soft laugh she used to give me when I poured her coffee. I booked a flight, packed light, carried silence in my chest like a carry-on. On the plane, I didn't watch anything, didn't read, just stared at the emergency card for an hour. Sometimes pain doesn't scream. Sometimes it hums under your ribs. I remembered our first road trip, how she sang along to every word of an Alicia Keys album, how we ran out of gas and sat by the roadside for 2 hours, laughing like idiots. I missed that version of us. Or maybe I missed the version of me that believed in that version of us. The Miami heat hit different. It wasn't sun, it was pressure. I got to the hotel by 9:15 a.m. Lobby smelled like orchids and regret. I didn't ask the concierge for help. I knew what I was going to do. I went to the bar, dark leather, quiet music, ordered black coffee, sat near the back, and I waited. At 9:48 a.m., the elevator opened. She walked out, hair curled, wearing white linen and laughing. Not at a text, not on the phone, at the man walking beside her. He looked young, athletic, shirt unbuttoned halfway like he thought it was charming. They looked like strangers in a movie, the kind that make you wonder what happened to the people they left behind. I didn't stand up. I didn't cause a scene. I didn't yell or slap or throw. Instead, I watched. They walked past me. She didn't even look around, too wrapped up in her own illusion. And I thought, this is who you became when I wasn't watching. She looked happy, and I looked invisible. I finished my coffee. It tasted like ash. I tipped the bartender $50 and said nothing. Walked past the elevator, past the spa, past the life I thought I had. I left a note. I walked outside, found her rental car, and slipped the envelope between the driver's seat and center console. No name, no return address. Just one sentence. You didn't even need to lie. You just had to leave. Then I called an Uber to the airport. No goodbye text, no confrontation. Some betrayals don't deserve closure. They deserve distance and silence. The plane felt cold, not because of the air vents, but because I'd left a version of myself in that hotel bar. The man who still hoped it was all a mistake. I stared out the window the entire flight. Didn't touch the drink. Didn't eat the peanuts. Just watched clouds drift past like missed chances. I remembered our first Christmas. She burned the turkey. We ordered Chinese takeout and made paper crowns from napkins. She laughed so hard she cried. Where did that woman go? Where did we go? I landed, drove home, opened the door to a quiet house. Same photos on the walls, same smell of her shampoo on her pillow. But everything was different. I didn't cry. I opened my laptop and wrote everything down. Not for her, not for closure. Just to remind myself it happened, that I didn't imagine it. I printed the pages, put them in a folder, labeled it What I Deserve. And I placed it in the safe right next to our marriage license, just so I never forget the difference between legal and loyal. 2 days later, she came home. She walked in like nothing had happened, said she was exhausted, asked how the kids were, told me she brought me something from the hotel gift shop, a coffee mug that said, "Work hard, travel well." I looked at it, I looked at her, and I said nothing, because the part of me that used to explain things was gone. Now I observe. Now I remember. Now I wait, not for her, but for the day I feel whole again. And when that day comes, she won't be in it.